Okay, guys, so in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to be able to systematize and automate your mindset coaching within your group, okay? So with this, it's going to be super important because a lot of the clientele that you guys are going to be bringing on board haven't necessarily had a mindset type focus in any of their training in the past, or they haven't had some type of a support system that enables them to transition their thoughts and their minds and help them have mindset shift type, actions, right? So before we get into that, I just want to go ahead, I'm going to share my screen and I want to just run through very quickly what we've done up to this point. Okay. So first off and foremost, I'm just going to run through this very briefly. Getting your PT Distinction app, we've shown you how to set up your back office and structure it into groups, how to automate the client onboarding process and procedure to save you a lot of time. Basically, how to start filling in your content with workouts, emails, etc. Right? We've gone through the nutrition and shown you guys how to utilize both the free options as well as the paid version with Eat This Much, right? We've shown you guys how to automate your client weekly check-ins and the accountability part with their food logs, weigh-ins, etc., weekly check-ins. Now where we're at is we're in, mindset, right? So we want to automate and systematize the mindset type coaching that you're going to have inside your program. Now, this is going to be a super big one for those clientele who actually follow along inside of the program. They're going to see some major, major benefits from this, right? And this is going to allow you guys to provide, once again, a very high-end upper echelon service, right? So obviously, we want to go inside of PT Distinction and go to your mindset coaching group, right? So within the group, the way that you want to make this happen is you want to, go inside of your group, and then you can go in and you can add in certain features. Okay. So obviously we're in the mindset coaching group, and you can see here, we want to go to add first. We want to go to coaching, and we're going to want to upload the video of the content that we have, imported inside of here. Right. So obviously for this, guys, we give you guys the mindset content link of what you can do or what we use for our clientele. And it'll look something similar to this that you can basically go through and start filling out and, drip feeding to your contents each week, right? So this is what we found very helpful for us and what we've seen the biggest issues with our clientele that have come through. At this point, we've probably served over 1,000 plus people in, fitness. And so this is what we use, right? We found that this is very, very productive and it helps them a lot. And it doesn't have to be super, super long mindset videos. You don't need it to be every single day. It just needs to be something that allows them to kind of fixate on and focus on for a week at a time to build those habits and start transferring that mindset type shift that we're wanting to see have happen, right? And it needs to make logical sense to them as well, right? So we go through and show you guys all the different things that you can film and implement and drip feed week by week. But essentially what you'd want to do is you come in here, right? You title your video, consistency, right? Whatever. And then you can browse your files that you've recorded. You can record this on Zoom, guys, like I'm doing now, and have like a PowerPoint presentation. You can record this with your phone or a camera and have a whiteboard, whatever, right? Whatever floats your boat or whatever you feel is the best way to go. And then what we like to do is we like to set times after joining the group, right? So if somebody comes in, we want to set this for, one day after they've come in, right? So after a day, they can come and see, the video for consistency for that week, right? We want them to understand, hey, consistency is going to be the key for your journey here, right? And then ensuing so forth, right? So, sorry, giving up the short-term mindset, right? So that would be the second video that you would come in here and after, 8 days, right? And then the third video, right? After 15 days and so on and so forth, right? And then that way you can have it set to where it's drip feeding to these clientele every single week where there's a new mindset type method that you're focusing on with them. Okay. So that essentially is going to be how you're going to upload your videos and drip feed it in a week by week manner. Now, the only other thing to go through is the group messaging center. Now, in this group messaging center, you guys, you're going to see that you can actually import daily motivational messages. And this is going to be important for two reasons. For one, to allow your clients to be able to have some type of daily communication and contact with you. And it adds a little bit of an extra touch, meaning, hey, like, Benson actually cares about me. Wow, this is great, right? And two, it's going to help your clients get used to responding back through the app and or checking the app, right? So this will be very, very helpful, right? So after the first day, I'll come in here and I'll show you our quote for our group, right? And what we like to do is we like to schedule by days after joining. And, this is the first day at 5 a.m. and we don't have it repeating or anything like that. But essentially, from day 1 to 112, right? So 16 times 7 is 112. So we have 112 daily messages that go out during our 16-week program. If you're doing 12 weeks, it'll be a little bit less, etc. But what we like to do is we like to have this go out the first day at 5 a.m. And then the first quote that we like to send to people is just to essentially let them know, hey, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? So essentially giving them the action of, hey, getting your ducks in a row, getting your first week planned, getting your forms in, doing your weigh-ins, checking the app, getting used to it, all those types of things so that they can set themselves up for success, essentially, right? And once we've done this, right, we've just gone on and we've added even more inside of here based upon what we find the most helpful to our clientele, right? And it goes on for forever, but essentially you guys can kind of get the gist of this. And this is going to be where you can just come in and input daily motivational quotes each day so that your clients will, once again, get used to, checking the app, getting used to checking, for responses, getting used to looking at it, and two, just noticing that extra additional touch that you're giving them, right? So that's what I have for you guys in this video. Obviously, if you guys have more questions, please be sure to let me know. But we'll be seeing you guys in the next training, and we'll be chatting to you soon.